If you are lost in what is happening with flawed villain CeciliaRegina, Princecilla, I am here for you. I always knew my journalism career would come to a usefulness. I finally dusted off the dust of my certificate, and today, front and back, written. If you are not ready, sit down now. Even though it seems like gossip, it's not gossip. I just want to set everybody straight because, I've been doing investigative journalism on both sides. To be honest, it's been a really bad week for white feminism. Sabrina Carpenter, Florence Givens, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney, Bonnie Blue, the girls are just, everything happened within the span of 3 weeks, and I'm going to introduce you to the main characters. Dr. Cecilia, flawed villain, Princecilla, the queen maker, LizTheWizard, and there's 2 other supporting characters, Shera and what's her name? Yvedit, okay? Remember the 2 of them, Shera and Yvedit. So Cecilia is a black woman and she helps break down incidents, movies, news, very prominent in the dissenter men side of TikTok. And she's a faceless account. She's about 30 plus, black American. So I'm not very sure about the age, but I know she's 30 plus, maybe 32, I'm not sure. LizTheWizard, she's a femininity coach. She's very big on focus on yourself. These men need to beg you, you're the prize, you're this, astrology, all those things like, vibes and spirituality, all those things. LizTheWizard is she's Eastern European. She's 25, 26, 25. Flawed villain, algorithm just pushed her. Like, she's pushing her to everyone, and she does dissenter men content, and she's gained a lot of people are trash, all men are the same, humiliation ritual, and then she's always like, she's a former dancer, former SW, works in the club and stuff. So, and she's Bosnian American, she lives in the US, and she's 30 years old, okay? They are feminists in one way or the other, not really textbook feminists, but in one way or the other, they are all feminists in their own way. So a few weeks ago, like I said, Liz was big on, focus on yourself, leave if a man cheats, you're the prize, you're this, you're that. Her husband cheated on her. And then, the receipts were flying up and down. Everybody was doing think piece. Everybody was sharing this, sharing that. And then comes flawed villain. She's one of the people whose think pieces was like going up and down, like everywhere. And then everybody's like, oh, this girl is onto something. This girl is onto something. And Dr. Cecilia has been, posting content far. She's been posting content. Flawed villain, like any of us, when something happens, you just hop on it, put your think piece out there and talk. So she talked, the algorithm said, okay, then let's push her. And people have been saying the algorithm has not been the same for a while. People have been saying it's now fashy. And so everybody's like, okay, we're still looking at it. So remember I said that the algorithm is acting out. So they push this girl out and everybody's seeing and everybody's like, this girl is saying the truth, this girl is saying this girl is saying that men will humiliate you, men will do this, men will do that. And then comes Doctor, Doctor has not entered yet. So then Liz again, so she's now advising Liz, this is what, if Liz is smart, this is what Liz would do. Just putting the think piece out there, you get what I mean? So, when you advise people, you expect them to take the feedback, right? Or why do you put the advice outside anyway? So she's just putting her own think piece out there, like feedback and our own opinion and, critique and all that. So it makes sense, right? So at this point, everybody's like, Liz has posted that she's leaving her boyfriend, she's leaving her husband, but then her husband's ex came up and talked about how he abused her, and then she's just saying, Liz now came back and said, she's pregnant, she just doesn't want any trouble, they are threatening the father of her child, and so now flawed villain made another video again saying that, you guys, I told you, she's not leaving, but you guys should leave if there's any situation like that. Like, there's no point that people are, as Liz is releasing stuff, people are putting update on their think pieces and everything like that. So that is how flawed villain got a boost to fame. So with that, she started dropping more dissenter men content, and then people started to see some similarities between our content and Doctor's content. Doctor just removed her mind, but then she just came up and she said, she just said that it just seems weird that the algorithm keeps hiding her, sanctioning her, because doctor is a black woman, keeps hiding her, sanctioning her, giving her like strikes and everything. But meanwhile, people that are using her own terms and using things she came up with are blowing up and are not even giving credit where credit is due and everything. And she's not saying she came up with particular things, but she popularized it and put it in that feminism space with many examples and everything. But this is what the algorithm is doing, and it's not fair to her and other creators that are white, that are, black, every creators that is just not nice at all. And then Flood Villain, for some reason, Doctor did not name. Flood Villain, I felt like, this is my sub. So she caught sub that was not a sub. And she now started teasing and mocking Doctor. Doctor now said, you know what? Because Doctor was saying that with how TikTok was treating her, she would just go, right? So with the way Flood Villain was now like subbing Doctor, Doctor now said, you know what? I wasn't even talking about you before, but it's like I'm focusing mainly on the fact that, TikTok is blowing people up, blowing things up, and I'm being sanctioned. My followers are saying they are unfollowing me, they are unliking, and it's not them, it is the app and things like that. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about you or whatever is going on with you. But as it is now that you started subbing me, what you're using is inspired by me, and I'm not getting any credit. This Flood Villain now started like false allegation, false this, false that, false that. So Dr. Cecilia now told her fans that they should go to her page and kind of call her out for it. And also because there were some compilations that somebody made that said that she was MAGA, and then she was very like conservative in her thoughts and supported Trump and stuff like that. So she was just like, see guys, you know where I stand and you know where she stands. So, pick a side and, talk to her, or, just pick a side, that kind of thing. Majorly saying pick a side. That's what the doctor was saying. Because she's like, she's going to leave TikTok anyway and stop creating content. But she was like, because of how that girl responded, I'm going to stay and I'm going to fight for myself. And then that one's followers were saying, oh, they're jealous of you. They're jealous of your whiteness. She's liking it. She's calling them gremlins. She's calling that doctor and our followers gremlins. I remember doctor is a black woman. Then there's now a picture that which we do not know if it's real or doctored, where she used the monkey emoji and deleted. So we are not sure if it is real or not, because Flood Villain is now claiming that it is AI, that it is not really her, and that all our things are inspired by Princecilla and Shera7, right? So it was giving, like, when a white woman says, oh, I have black friends, I cannot be racist. That was what it was giving. So she was really like proud about herself. And then comes Yvedit. Yvedit is now supporting Doctor that I can see what you're saying here. It is what it is. And she's not giving credit where it's due. And, I've dissented my own whiteness, my own misogynoir, things like that and everything. So I'm here to support you. So Flood Villain's fans were now calling Yvedit pandering to blackness and pandering to, you get what I mean? And then they were like, it was just like a back and forth. So Princecilla now said, okay, you know what? Flood Villain, let's go live, right? And I think Princecilla used it to set the record straight and also kind of put her in her place and say, I do not align myself with you and you're not following my teachings and, you're kind of centering men. And then we finally got the confirmation that she did vote for Donald Trump in 2024.
I'd like to recommend her, by the way, for a job well done. So just listen to the full video, get the gist. But another thing is, I was like, the entire time, I'm just as confused as listening to this. Like, maybe if you added a little spice into it, not like the new spice, but your spice, you add something to make the story a bit interesting, yeah, with your body language. Now you were like saying it from your thoughts, and I can see that you're saying it from your thoughts, and I promise you, if I was listening to you and I'm in bed, I would have fallen asleep. But you got good job. Oh my god, this English today, it's not English, but anyways, job well done. Thank you so much for the news. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I have nothing to add. I just wanted to share that, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. See you in my next video. Mwah.